I always used to throw away brown bananas that I hadn't gotten to eat yet without thinking that it could have made some amazing banana bread. I didn't used to bake much, but since COVID-19 left me unemployed for the past 4 months, I had to think of things to keep me occupied, one of those being making banana bread. Since then, I have been making banana bread very frequently, um, for sure more than 5 times, but I think I have found the perfect recipe for me that makes it moist and perfect. So, banana bread is the best way to use those bananas that you wouldn't feel comfortable eating as is. You just need the right appliances, the right ingredients, and know how to store the loaf, and you're ready to make up some banana bread. Banana bread is not only a yummy snack, but it has huge health benefits for our body and mental health. According to an article published by CNN Health on May 2nd, 2020, Julia Hanna believes spending time in the kitchen can help manage stress, increase self-esteem, and teach mindfulness. There's a psychological term called cadence, she explained. When you do something over and over again, it creates stability and feelings of comfort. It soothes our minds and our bodies. Before we attempt to make the banana bread, I'll first present to you the ingredients you need for the whole banana bread baking process. Then I will combine all the ingredients as directed. Finally, I will show you how to store the bread. So when preparing to make a banana bread, there's no need to fear. It's actually a very easy process. Anyone can do it if you know how to use measuring cups. There are 7 ingredients required within the loaf and a few appliances required for preparation and completion. Your dry ingredients will be 2 cups of all-purpose flour. You can use any flour. At the beginning of COVID-19, I had used organic coconut flour because that was all that was left on the shelves. With your dry ingredients, you also have 1 teaspoon of baking soda and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You have your 3/4 cup of brown sugar. With your wet ingredients, you have 2.5 overripe bananas that are mashed, 2 eggs already beaten, and 1/2 cup of butter. You will need 1 large bowl, 1 medium-sized bowl, and your loaf pan. It doesn't have to be, it says a 9x5 pan. You can use whatever size you want. You're the one eating it. And also your oven. So now that you have your ingredients, all you need to do is combine it and bake the loaf. You're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You will lightly grease your loaf pan and then set that aside. You are going to grab your big bowl and mix the flour, baking soda, and salt that I have already done. And then on the other one, you're going to mix your brown sugar and butter and cream that together. Then you will add your eggs and bananas, which I have already done as well. Then you will grab your large bowl, mix in the wet ingredients, and mix that around until it looks like that. I also added some chocolate chips. You can add chocolate chips, walnuts, any type of nuts, really whatever you want. Again, you're the one eating it. Unless you're making it for other people, make sure there's no allergies. Once you are done with this, you will place it in the loaf pan of your choice. And then once that is done, you will put your loaf in the oven for 60 to 65 minutes. You can check to see if it's ready with a toothpick or a fork. If you don't have a toothpick, place it right in the middle. If it comes out clean, you're done. If it still has some dough on it, put it back in the oven, maybe 5 more minutes. Once it is done, you're going to let it cool in the pan for 10 minutes. Then you will grab a metal rack, place it on the metal, remove the bread from the pan, place it on the rack, let it cool completely. Then depending on so the hard part's done. Now we need to store the banana bread. And that depends on whether you plan on eating it for the rest of this week or over the next few months. Whichever way you're storing the loaf, it always needs to be wrapped up tightly, whether it's in plastic wrap, foil, or an airtight bag. If the loaf is being eaten the week of, then the following steps need to be taken. Make sure the bread is completely cooled off. Then you will place a paper towel on the counter. You will place the loaf on top of the paper towel, place a paper towel over the loaf to prevent too much moisture. Then it will be a soggy banana bread. And then you will seal the bread and the paper towels together in whatever wrap of your choice and let it sit in room temperature. That will last about 4 to 5 days. If you plan on eating it later on or over the course of the next few months, you will, again, the bread should be always completely cooled off. Then you will wrap the bread tightly in plastic wrap. You will wrap the loaf in foil or an airtight bag, and once you think that it is completely wrapped up, you will place it in the freezer to thaw. If it has been pre-sliced already, you can leave those slices out in room temperature and they will thaw in 30 minutes, or place it in the microwave for 30 seconds. If it's a whole loaf, you can leave it out. That will take about 4 hours, or you turn the oven on at 350 degrees and it'll be thawed out within 30 minutes to an hour. So there's thousands and maybe even millions of banana bread recipes out there on the web, or ones that are passed down from generation to generation. But this is the favorite one I have made. It's your choice to choose, but my main point was getting banana bread to be more normalized. I think banana bread is an underrated snack that needs more attention. So first I presented you with all of the ingredients and appliances that you need. Then we mixed all of the ingredients together as specified. Finally, I explained to you how to thaw it out or how to store it depending on how you are going to eat it. The second wave of COVID-19 seems to be hitting us hard right now, leaving people that recently went back to work unemployed again. So I hope that you give banana bread a try. Before throwing those bananas that are way too ripe away, think again and try maybe using the recipe.